Hi there, welcome to the BAM studio. My name is Anaya and I am your Pilates teacher today. I'm really excited to bring you a very special class as part of BAM's campaign, Dare to Wear. And these t-shirts, these beautiful t-shirts, are part of that campaign, and it's encouraging us to wear our clothes more often. So by wearing our clothes more often means that we are washing our clothes less, and therefore less carbon is emitted into the atmosphere. I mean, that is a pure win-win situation, not only for the planet, but also for our pockets. So I encourage you to wear your clothes more often and don't bung them in the dryer or the washing machine if you can. So I will be wearing this t-shirt for a whole week as part of the Dare to Wear campaign, and I'm really excited to bring you my class. What you may need is a cushion like this one to rest your head on or to kneel on, or a TheraBand, one of these stretchy bands, which might give you some support when we do some groundwork, some floor work in terms of rolling up and rolling back. So we will start, I'll put those to one side and we'll start in standing. I want to get you to stand with your feet at hip distance apart. So meaning where your feet, middle of your foot goes to your knee, comes up to the hip socket. Measured in this ratio rather than the ratio at the side of your thighs. And we're just going to stand there and land into our feet, finding the bases of the big toes, the little toes, and your heels. And think about they're like plug sockets. They're plugging you into the ground, but you're feeling a gentle lift through the arches of the feet. Grow tall up a pretend height chart. And on that height chart, I want you to feel the back of your head, the back of the shoulders, the back of the pelvis, and the back of the heels along that line. Let's grow up and tall, like a string pulling you up, trying to get an extra inch or two up that height chart. Your core is engaged. You're feeling your pelvis is in a centered position, meaning your pubic bones and hip bones are roughly in a flat plane. From there, let's take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, the core starts to engage gently. Take both arms forwards, and as both arms goes forwards, your armpits lengthen, your shoulder blades glide in your back. Keep your hands so you can see them in your vision. From there, take the arms outwards, still seeing them in your vision. They're going forwards of you and then come down. And we're going to exhale as the arms come up. Inhale as the arms go wide. Exhale as the arms go up. Inhale as they go wide. And as the arms go up, you want to sense that your spine is still staying lovely and elongated along that height chart. And as you breathe in, can you expand your breath into your armpits, feeling the shoulders supported by that breath as you come down. We go again, we get exhale. Inhale, just a nice warmer up of the shoulders. One more. Exhale, core engaged. Stability there in your spine. Inhale as the arms go wide. We go for a roll down now. Let's warm the spine up a little bit more. Chin soft to the throat. Grow up that height chart, lengthening through the back of the neck. Core is engaged. Take yourself into a rounded position in the upper back. So as you go forwards, your back starts to flex. Your upper back from your sternum starts flexing more. Keep going as you start allowing your spine to go into an arc, trying to keep the hip bones back. Let the arms dangle, let the head dangle as you go down. Trying to think about that lift through your abdominals. The abdominals might be more strongly engaged now as you go down. Go to your furthest point, and if you need to bend your knees slightly, that's absolutely fine. Breath in. Into your back. Breath out as you roll back up, bone by bone by bone. Equally distributing that weight into the feet, and then you come upright along that height chart again, and then grow tall. Breath in. Breath out as you roll down. Good. Bone by bone by bone of your spine is flexing off that height chart. You flex off the wall, but still feel that your bottom and your heels are against that wall as you roll down. Good. At the lowest point that you have strong engagement of your core muscles, tipping that pubic bone towards your heart. Breath into your back. Breath out. Coming back up. Finding that elongation up against the wall again. One more roll down. Grow lovely and tall. Inhale there, exhale, down you go. The body's probably warming up a little bit more now.
finding a little bit more mobility and fluidity through this process as you roll down. You don't have to rush it, just take it gently. Breath in there at the lowest point. Let your head really relax. Let your arms really relax. Breath out, strong engagement of your abdominals, helping you upwards again. And then come along the height chart as you grow tall. Very nice. Let's take the arms forward again. Exhaling, core engage. Inhale, grow wide. Remember, you still want to be able to see those arms in front of you. Exhale, arms. Inhale, wide. Lovely movement. Good. Keep going. Exhale again. Inhale. Take the arms out now. Let them rest out to the side. So your hands, you can see them. So have a quick squeeze either side. You can just about see them. Yeah, and that's great, because if your arms were to go out further and back, notice how that will push my pelvis forwards and send me into a back bend, and I don't want that. I want to keep that elongation of my spine. So arms are reaching out, grow lovely and tall. Let's take your right arm up. I'm going to mimic you. As the right arm comes up, the palm is facing towards that left side. The left arm comes down, your head tips over, and you elongate in an upward position into a side bend. Press through your right foot and gently, well, press it down, not gently press it down, but do press it down and reach your ear in opposition. Keep your left side of you lifted, so you're not collapsing down on that left side, you're lifting. Good. Now the other pointers I want to give you here, feel that your rib cage is staying flush towards your pelvis, so that when you're here, you're not sticking your bottom out and arching backwards. In fact, you can even keep your arm forwards a little bit more if that happens. Good. Pause there. Breath into the sides of your right side. Big expansive breath, breath out, soften. Good. Breath in. Breath out. On the next one, breath in. We're going to float the left arm up and glide into this pretend elasticated band through the side of the body. Good. And then you're going to come back and let the pelvis come back over the feet. We inhale. Can you lean into your right side and come back, soften. As you lean into that right side, it's like an elastic band. It almost like pings you back. Good. And we go again. Inhale and exhale. Last one. 5 of these. Inhale. Good, exhale and come back. Now with your right arm, take it away. Let the arm come down. Notice the stretch sensation coming between your ear and the shoulder, and just let a domino effect feeling just bring you up. It's that sense of plumping up now coming into your right side. Both arms float up, exhale. Inhale, reach wide, palms are facing down now. As your arms come forward, palms face inwards. As your arms go out to the side, they rotate and go down. How does that right side compare to the left? Hopefully it feels a little bit more glidey, a little bit more fluid. On the next one, arms float up, arms out to the side, left arm, comes up as the right arm goes down. Good. Sense the ear reaching away from that foot of the left as you press down. Expansive breath into the sides of the body. Inhaling there. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, one more, inhaling, exhaling. We're going to start to lean into that left side as the right arm floats and come back. And we lean on that inhale. How does this side compare to the other side? Good, and come back, good, keep going. Leaning in, just make sure there's no deviation, your sternum and your chest doesn't rotate or your hips don't rotate with that one. Good. Last 2. Good. It's like a wall in front of you, a wall behind you, not necessarily locking you in place, but just keeping you stable in place. Good. From there, come back. Well done. Take the left arm away from you, palm faces away. Feel that stretch sensation coming between your ear and that shoulder, and then it just brings and glides you up, and it's that plumping up feeling through that left side. Good. Breath in again. Breath out. Exhaling. Arms go up. Inhaling. Arms go wide. Exhaling. Arms go up. Inhaling. Arms go wide. Last one. Exhaling. Hopefully shoulders feel better and smoother in the movement now. Good. And rest. If you need to step back to the back of your mat, do that now. And then we're going to sense the length through the spine again. Breath in.
Breath out, core engaged, lengthening through the back of the neck. We're going to roll down, folding from the sternum as you roll down, bone by bone by bone. Good. Creating a sense of the sitting bones reaching down towards the heels. And then that arc of the spine, the pubic bone curling upwards towards your sternum. Head is relaxed, shoulders relaxed. Breath in at the bottom. Breath out, fold, bend the knees, bend the hips. Relax there. A little bit more. Walk your hands forwards into inverted V, downward facing dog. So find the best place for you. Have a quick look at your big toe and the second toe and separate that joint space. Sometimes we can get congested feet. They can start to get bunions. We want to open up that space between the big and second toe. So hands are broad. Spine is elongated, crown of the head reaching away from your tail. If you need to bend your knees slightly, please do so. From here, we're going to go into a big wave. Curl the pubic bone in towards your chest, rounding through the spine. Let it ripple as you bring your spine now and your rest of your body into a plank position. It feels like you're pressing the floor away with your hands and pull the mat slightly apart to give you more stability through the shoulders. Feel that sense of a lift of your pubic bone up towards your sternum and a downward current from your head to your heels. From there, press with your hands, soften from your hips as you go back into the downward facing dog, inverted V. Spine elongated in its natural curves in a neutral position if you can. And then curling that pubic bone in towards your head as you ripple through again into your nice plank position. Pause there, strength from the front. Lifting you up from the pubic bone to your face, a downward current from your head, back of the shoulders, into the sacrum, down through your legs to your heels. Press from your hands, soften from your hips. Pause there. Can you from there lift your right leg up and lift it up as high as you can? Good. Pausing there. Bend that knee in and hold it in towards your chest and walk it forwards between your hands. So you're in a very low lunge position now. If you're struggling with this position, you can bring your knee down. That's absolutely fine. And this is where you might need your cushion, so you can bring your left knee down. If you want more of a challenge, lift that knee off. Good. Press down gently through your right leg if you have your knee off. Now take that left elbow, hook it onto the outside of your left knee. Bring your hands together in an almost prayer position. You're pressing your hands together. Elbows are reaching out to the sides. Collarbones are wide. Now you're going to press your knee and the elbow towards each other as you spiral, twist your body towards the right. Inhale there. Exhale, soften and release. Inhale, press. Good. Exhale, soften and release. Keep going like this. So keep going like this as I just bring my knee down to demonstrate the other way. So just in case you want to see the alternative, it's here. It's just allowing yourself to relax through the back foot. The knee gives you the support, a bit more stability, but you're still able to do that. If you struggle with your elbows, you can take one arm and reach it away, and then you can just go into more of a twist like this. Good. The bind of this is the elbow into the knee. It's pressing into the knee so that you don't have to use your back muscles to do this. It's pure back of arm against the side of your leg. So knee and elbow pressing. Good. Let's do one more. Good. And release. Turn your body now. Bring your hands to the floor. For those with your knees down, take your knee off. Now you're here back into that low lunge position. Extend your right knee as much as you feel comfortable in doing, but there still needs to be a bend through that knee. Bend the knee again as you lunge and extend. Bend and extend. Bend and extend. When you're ready, take a step back with your right leg. Now you're back into your downward facing dog, inverted V, spine is elongated. How does it feel through that right side compared to the left? We're going to even out in a minute. So core engage, curl the pubic bone in towards your chest as you ripple through, find yourself into plank. The hands are slightly pressing away, the abdominals are strong and lifted. Push through your hands, soften from your hips. Feel that elongation of the spine and curling inwards, pubic bone towards your heart, crown of the head away. Push from your hands, soften from your hips.
Good, one more, curling in. Strong in this movement, good. And press from your hands. From here now, lengthen your left leg away, lift it up as high as you can, fold it in towards your chest. Can you hold that position for a bit longer? And then step it forwards. Find yourself into that plank position, low lunge position. So you're here, crown of the head away from your tail. This side might feel different. Hook your elbow into the knee into the elbow. Elbows are reaching away. For those who need to bring the right knee down, please do so. So now I'm going to turn so you have a different angle. So we're here, elbow into knee, knee into elbow, crown away. And then we're pushing that. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Remember alternatives. You can lengthen one arm and then open the chest. It's nothing to do with that left arm if you're like this, lifting up. It's all to do with the pressure of that knee into the elbow, elbow into the knee. That is revolving your chest. So try your best not to overly, well, you're not using your back muscles, so try not to do that. It's a gliding sensation that you're trying to achieve in terms of the muscles, powered by the pressure and the bind of the elbow and the knee. Good. Let's do one more. Inhaling there. Exhaling. Rotate yourself back forwards. Those with your knee down, take the knee off. And then we're extending that left knee as much as you feel capable of doing, but with a knee bend still intact. Bending and extending. We start playing with your hamstrings a little bit like puppet strings, stretching it. Extending and bent. When you're feeling buoyant, take a step back with your left into inverted V, downward facing dog. Spine is elongated. Knees are slightly bent. If necessary, go into your big wave. Curl that pubic bone in towards your chest. Ripple through. Think about the currents that lift through your pubic bone to your face, a downward current from your head to your heels. Press with your hands, soften from your hips. Hope you're feeling a bit more even now and curling in, pubic bone towards your chest, ripple through. Crown of the head away. Press from your hands, soften from your hips. Last one, curling, strong abdominal connection there as you come into your plank. Bring your knees down, relax the tops of the toes. Sit back, rest. Take the load off your wrists. Bring your hands, the backs of the hands together. So you've got the backs of the hands together there. Stretching out those wrists. In your rest position, in this child's pose. And then release, good. Bring yourself up and up into sitting. If you find it too difficult, onto your knees. We're going to bring ourselves down onto our bottom in a minute and then do a few movements in terms of strengthening work for your core. So bring yourself onto your bottom at the top of your mat now. Feet are down if possible, but don't worry too much if your feet want to lift up, if your toes want to lift up. So we're going to lift up and grow tall. Hands to the back of the legs. So this is where a TheraBand for some of you might come in handy shortly. So just have it to hand if you've got one, or a scarf. So grow nice and tall, core engage. Feel like you're sitting up against a wall, back of your head, back of the shoulders, back of the pelvis. We're going to curl the pubic bone up towards your heart. Keep curling the pubic bone up towards your heart, flexing the spine, chin soft to your throat. Pause there. We're going to start rolling back, and as you roll back, you're lifting the pubic bone up more. It's like a bucket tipping water out through the back of your pelvis. This is what the representation of your pelvis is like. So tipping. If your feet lift off, don't worry about it. So you're rolling back until you can feel the backs of your bottom into your sacrum. So you're keeping a tuck, not an extension and a lean back, but you're keeping a tuck in your body. Arms can either be to your thighs or forwards. You roll forwards and back up and then come up. So arms can be forwards, arms can be here. I'm going to choose to have my arms forwards now, and we're going to go curl. Can you curl your pubic bone up to your heart and your heart towards your pubic bone, creating a rounded position through your spine? Roll back. We're going to roll back halfway. Keep the lift of the pubic bone up. Can you tuck a little bit more? Pause there. Inhale. Exhaling as we roll up. Shoulders come above the hips and then the spine lifts up. One more, please. Curling inwards. Pubic bone to heart. Heart lifts up. Feels like you're going over a big beach ball in that rounded position as you roll back. Pause there. Can you now, for those who've got your hands to the back of your legs, can you take the arms away? Can you now turn your left ribs towards the right ribs as you open up the arm? Can you feel how much more your obliques have to work there? The rotational muscles of your trunk. Can you then rotate your right rib, towards the left and then come back up? Keep there. Rotation, opening up, floating the arm. It's not anything to do with the arm pulling you. Right ribs rotating towards the left. Can you maintain that? And then can you come back? Pause. Rounding to go forwards. And then come up. Good, I'm already sweating. I'm definitely not washing my shirt. Good, and curling back. Good. Holding that position. Can we now start on the left side? So I'll show you and demonstrate from here. I'm rolling back. Can you open up as you then twist and come back? Can you open up as you twist and then come back? One more each side. Opening up, twist and come back. Opening up, twist and come back. Rounding, go forwards and come up. We've got one more set. I'm working you hard. Down we go. Putting your abs under pressure in load. So we start back off. Right arm opens up as the chest rotates. Come back. Left arm opens up. Inhale, exhale as we come back. We go again. Try to keep the pelvis still. Try to stop the knees kind of rubbing towards, right knee going forwards, left knee coming back as much as you can. Good. And then now last one, you come all the way up. And then rest from there. Take your hands to the back of your thighs. Lift yourself up a little bit higher. Can you feel how when you hug your legs a little bit up, it helps you to lift yourself into more of an upright position. And we're going to use that traction, use that to extend. So press your hands into the backs of the legs and let your heart lift up. The chin is soft towards your throat. Grow forwards in your heart. Let your heart expand. And then let it soften. Release that pressure from your thighs. Pull your thighs towards you. Feel how that activates your heart to open up more. Inhale. Exhale. Let your heart soften into you. One more. Inhale. And exhale, soften. Stretch your legs away. Now, this is where your band might come in handy. We're going to do a roll back fully. And I'll show you with the band for those who need the help. The band will go to the back of the underside of the feet and you're holding on to the strap. And then we're going to roll down. So you're going to bring your pubic bone upwards towards you. Legs can be together or apart, whatever feels best for your hips. And then we're going to roll back. And as we roll back, the pubic bone lifts up. The spine then goes all the way to the floor. And then your head. You may or may not need a cushion at this point, especially if your chin is sticking up. Do stick a little cushion or a top underneath your head. From here, core still engaged, chin soft towards the throat. Let the chest now lift. Arms are still, hands are still holding on to the band, the strap, to help you just lift upwards. Rounding, rounding, rounding as you lift up. And then from here, you grow tall again. See how you go with that method if you're using a band. If you're not using a band, you're here, palms are facing inwards, feet are together, either pointed or flexed, up to you. I like a point because I like opening up my ankles. Curl the pubic bone up towards you, chin soft as you round now to go forwards as far as you can. You're going into a hamstring stretch, more and more and more. Roll back, the pubic bone is curling up. And as you send your feet away from you, the pubic bone lifts and lifts and lifts, trying to imprint your lower back into the mat. Elongate the spine, take your arms back. Good. Watch your ribs. Don't pop, so keep the ribs nice and soft. Arms float up above the shoulders. chin soft to the throat, flexing the spine, strong abdominal connection. Hips need to be nice and open for this in order to do this activity. And then you go forwards as well as your back being stretched, rolling back, pubic bone lifting upwards towards the ceiling as you roll back. Head lands, arms go, and arms lift, chin soft, and we come up, bone by bone by bone by bone by bone, stretch forward. It's going to move forwards because I'm slipping back. The tendency with this one, so keep going as I rabbit on, the tendency with this one is for people to pull with their arms and then pull themselves up. And then as we roll back, the legs start lifting up and then you go down. So do bend your knees if that is happening, because that might help you to get that over that final hurdle of coming up. Alternatively as well, you can use a cushion underneath your back. It also helps people to be able to sense that flexion of their back into the mat to be able to come up. It's just a little prop. Let's do one more of these, whichever version you're doing, because I want you to come all the way down now and then let your arms rest. Feet now at hip distance apart. Arms are reaching out to the sides. So let's have feet at hip distance apart, pelvis rested in the centered position, cushion perhaps underneath your head to give you some support, and then engage through the core. Curl the pubic bone up towards your heart, press down into the feet, allow the pelvis to elevate. As it does so, the pubic bone's the highest point, then it's the hip bones, then it's your chest, and you're up there into the top of a bridge, spine curl position. Feel like you've got a little tennis ball between the knees so that you can sense your thighs having to work for you and the hamstrings. Good, holding that position, and we'll end shortly, but I want to just throw in there a little glute work for you. So keep your pelvis still, balanced, and if you want to put your hands onto your pelvis, you can do, to give you some feedback. Let's lift your heel up of your right foot and press it down. Let your left lift up and press it down. So you're keeping that pelvis still, the chest is relaxed as you are lifting one heel and down, lifting the other heel and down. Can you feel yet how the glutes are having to stabilize for you, having to keep working to keep your pelvis nice and balanced when you're up there? So we're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Roll down through the spine, bone by bone by bone. Excellent work. Strong connection of your core to float one leg up, float the other leg up, and then hug your legs in. Rock from side to side. Good. Place one leg down at a time, and I want you to get you to roll onto your side now. From all that flexing work that we've done, I want to open you up into one of our last exercises, which is a cobra. So let's bring your hands to the floor, elbows are bent roughly either 90 degrees to the shoulders. Some people prefer their hands a little bit closer in. Depending on you, I've got quite broad shoulders, so I prefer my hands off my mat. But I encourage you to find what's best for your shoulder alignment. The feet can be a little bit, the thighs can be a little bit wider than your hips, and they can be turned out so that the big toe is down, the little toe is up, so you're feeling more openness through the front of your hips and pelvis. You might be feeling more of the pubic bone rather than the hip bones, and that's what I encourage you to do as well. Rather, when the hip bones are pressing down, your bottom sticks out, and that keeps increased curve of that lower back, which you then might feel pinching in your lower back. So I encourage you more to just gently press the pubic bone down, the core is engaged, and then your head can rest down. From here, elongate the spine. Think about the tail being pulled away from your head. Let your nose lift off the floor. Good, pause there. Now, rather than sticking your chin out, I want you to think about the next movement of this cobra extension is from your heart. So remember when we talked about the heart lifting forwards and up, can you let your heart lift forwards and up more, but still keep your head in place where it was in terms of it moves with you? So just come back down, let the nose hover again. Let's practice that again. Let your heart lift up.
It's a forwards and up diagonal, like you roll a little ball away from your sternum and you send it forwards. Good, pause there. Now from this point, it's a press through your hands, a lift away from your hip bones to come up. Good, holding that position, breath in, breath out as you come down, bone by bone by bone. Nose away again, pause, hover. Heart lengthens and lifts. Gentle press through your arms and you come up and away from your hips. You might not even be feeling your pubic bone now. Elbows bend, it's like a reverse movement. The rib cage comes under you and then your head and crown of the head, the forehead comes down. A few more of these. Nose away, good. Core engage, heart lifts and opens up. Feel the back muscles in the upper back and in between the shoulders having to help you there. The backs of the arms now help you as you go up. Inhale, hold. Exhale down. Last one. Nose glides slightly away, crown of the head reaches, sternum lifts, heart opens up. Up we go. And down, very nice, well done. Bring your legs together, bring the hands to the sides of the rib cage, roll the shoulders back, let your heart lift again. Push yourself up, then big rounded cat position as you sit back towards your bottom. Pause there. Few deep breaths into your back. Can you walk your hands for me towards your left thigh? Feel a little stretch sensation coming through your right side of your spine. Good. Come back to the center. Walk your hands towards your right. Reach your left arm and feel that stretch coming down the left side. Good. Come back to the center. Use your abdominals now. Roll yourself up into sitting. Well done. Thank you so much for joining me in this Dare to Wear class. And remember, wear your clothes as much as you can, and please, please, please try not to wash them as frequently. Thanks so much for joining me again, and you take care. Have a good one. See you soon.